Apartment 5H is the Guinegard DJ Self. I'm here in my apartment. Today, I got a funny bone. And I don't know if that's like kind of like Ayo-ish or whatever, but you know, it's good to like have laughter and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
No?
It is. It is.
Okay. So look, earlier, no, that's cool, right? So earlier we was talking about the correct pronunciation of your name. So tell me what the correct pronunciation of your name is.
In Spanish, I'm Dominican, so Spanish is Lara.
Lara.
Yeah.
Ian Lara.
Yeah.
But when I said Lara, right?
You didn't say that.
I did earlier before
you
you
did,
came in. Yeah, I had my neighbor. I kicked my neighbor out.
Yeah.
So right, I told because my neighbor is Spanish too. So I said Lara, and they said no, it's not Lara. Is
No, you said Lara. And she said
Lara. Well, I'm black,
Lara.
man, so I don't know. My R's.
Laura. Yeah, you said
But
Laura.
my R's ain't. I don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Laura.
Okay.
But is Lara in English like Zara?
Okay, Lara.
Yeah.
Okay, but so which one would you rather?
Lara.
Lara.
Yeah, I rebranded. I used to say Lara, but then a girl told me you're saying it wrong.
Which girl told you? It's like, so what, a girl could just tell you something and it's,
It was
wrong?
legit. Just a girl after the show was like, "Yo, that's not how you say your last
So
name."
you just believed her?
Yeah, I went with it.
Because I could just say that's not how you say your name. Your name is Laura.
But she seemed like she knew what she was saying, like what she was talking about.
How could somebody? I'm confused. A girl could just come to you and see.
She was like, she used the example of Zara. She was like, "Is Zara?" Like it's not Zora. So where's the O coming from?
So I just want to get this straight, Ian. Right?
Yeah.
So a random girl comes to you and tells you how to say your last name.
Yeah. Well,
and you went with it.
Yeah.
Did you smash afterwards?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's the kind. You know what? I'll take that one. My guy right there, kid. My guy right there. All right. I like to hear that, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Because that would have been the best story. Like we woke up the next day, and then that, she asked me my name, and you know what I'm saying? We was laying in bed, like that. But all right,
Nah,
I got you.
But I think I had heard it from other people too. But I think I took it seriously when she told me. But I had heard it from other people, like why?
Like she has like big tetas or something like that, like something. You was on the honey.
She
You used the honey.
I used it once.
You did?
Yeah,
it gave me a headache.
It gave me a headache. Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah. And then they got a new one that they say don't give you a headache. But I
don't know if you ever tried this, right? This pink horsepower, this Cameron's joint. Yeah, you can have this. This is a gift for me. Don't worry about it.
Well, you got to
get busy. I have no clue. You're gonna have to Google that one, bro.
And it don't give headaches?
He said it doesn't. I don't know, but you'd have to call Cam or Google it or like that. That one I haven't used, so I don't know. But that's gonna be my gift to you. Get busy with Shorty,
this is
the girl.
Gift I got at a podcast.
Yes. But this is not a podcast. This is a show.
It's a show.
Yeah. Hello.
I don't mean
So Ian, all right. Before here, I'm keeping it super real. I was unfamiliar. Yeah. Right? So just in case someone is like me that's unfamiliar with you, I saw that you had a couple specials. Comedy Central, the new HBO joint.
Yeah.
So I know those things are a little bit hard to get.
Yeah.
So first let's start off with how did you start getting in the comedy field?
Yeah, I was just from here. I was from New York. I was from Queens, and I went off to college.
You was from Queens, or you are from Queens?
I am from Queens.
Okay, cool.
I'm saying I was living in Queens.
Oh, you don't live in Queens anymore? You a couple dollars?
I went off to college.
Oh, okay. What college you went to?
I went to SUNY Westbury.
Okay, uh-huh.
Yeah. Which, by the way...
That's in Long Island?
Yeah, by the way, around that time... around that... I don't know if for you it was the same thing, but like around that time... That's when you was really like started to blow up, like
knocking them down. I was smashing everything. Yeah. I used to be up there too, knocking them down. Okay, all right. Oh, you saw me smashing out there like the chicks? You was mad? The girl that you wanted, I killed?
Nothing. I ain't see nothing.
Okay, all right. It's cool though.
I remember cause I went out there in 2009, and before that, I guess all the DJs, shout out to all the DJs, shout out.
Nah, but if I was hotter than them, that's fine. You could say that.
I'm not saying I don't want to start a DJ beat.
No, you don't got to start that. It's just fact is facts. You know what I'm saying?
But around that time, I feel like you was the first. You not the first, but you was the one in New York that was all right, it's no more. It wasn't so much gangster music, and it was just we outside.
Have some fun.
Yeah, we having fun.
Okay, yeah, I'm still like that too. Have some fun.
Yeah.
Because I be trying to get people to love a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? That's why I gave you the horsepower. I might get you in trouble. I don't know if you got kids, but you may have some over there. That lasts like 2-3 days.
You said you never took it.
I know, but I got the information. I took this honey. You see, I got everything over here.
That shit too.
This is special honey. Yo, come on, guys. Cause you like this one like 8.
shot?
Yes. Hello. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be my gift to you too. You gotta open it up and everything. Yeah.
Double shot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hello. You gonna be. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
You know what I mean?
Bet.
Don't take the whole thing, pause
live.
though. You know what I'm saying?
Take half.
Yes, please.
All right, bet.
Yeah, you won't have a,
What else you got over there?
That's it. That's it for you. That's it. That's some lotion, but you shouldn't need that if you got that.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So come on. So now you're in college, right?
I went to college. I was out there, and my girl I was dating at the time, she took me to see Chris Rock at the Apollo. He was filming a special, Kill the Messenger.
Okay.
And all of my boys from high school and growing up, they was like, "Yo, you funny," and they all was like, "You should try doing stand up." And then I went back home. When I came back home for summer, I googled like, "Yo, how do you get into stand up?" And then I found out that New York was actually the place to start. It's like the capital
Really?
of stand up. Yeah.
But how was that?
It's the most clubs.
I thought it was L.A. No.
Nah, LA is kind of where you go when you're doing a TV show, movie.
Understood.
And LA would be probably the second, but New York was like, it was just so many spots you could perform at. And all the greats kind of came through here, like Rock, Chappelle, Kevin Hart, like they all kind of, New York was like a rite of passage for like a lot of them. So when I was like, oh shit, this is my home, I Googled go to an open mic. I went to open mic and I started from there. That was 13 years ago.
And got busy.
Yeah.
Because I see in DJing, I think music and comedy goes hand in hand. And,
Yeah.
a lot of times, I want to say artists, DJs, we all know comedians. Somehow we all, crossed over. And I've known a lot of comedians that hasn't had their break.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't want to say weird to me, I'm trying to figure out, is it hard or is it easy? And that's why I'm asking you this is because, throughout my life DJing, I've seen many comedians and they just like, Dad, you still ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you understand? So, and it's just weird to me. So I don't know if it's not they're not funny or is it wrong?
I wouldn't say they're not funny. I would never say somebody is not funny because it's all about.
No, some people are not funny. Like if you get booed or something like you're not funny. There's a such thing of not being funny.
Now you would get booed. You just had a bad night. Like it's like you have a bad set at the club. You play all the hits.
I don't have a bad set though.
You have no bad set.
No, I'm the winning God. What are you talking about? Well, I'm just again. If you're a professional, right, or if you're good, right, in any profession, I don't think that it's very hard to have
Chappelle got
a
booed
bad
in
night.
Detroit. He got booed in the.
He probably was not funny.
I'm saying he got booed in, but he's obviously funny.
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think Chappelle is funny. I think he's interesting.
That's crazy.
I think that's a difference.
I think you're crazy.
No, I'm being honest with you because let me say this to you, right? Because I've seen a lot of new Chappelle, what they call them, his shows or his specials, and he don't tell no jokes. He just talk. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, I don't think that he's funny. He's just interesting.
Well,
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I think you entitled to that opinion.
Okay.
But I think like comedy is kind of like music in a way of like Chappelle's been in the game for over 30 years, right?
Yes,
so
many
like,
moons.
So it's like me and Chappelle are not gonna be doing the same thing because he's not trying to prove himself anymore. It's like you want my old shit, buy my old albums. This is the new
That's
thing.
some Brooklyn shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the new thing that I'm doing now.
Understood.
And if you want the old stuff, I've done that already. I'm proving that I can do that. But I still think like every once in a while you go see him and you see that he's like still like one of the best ever.
So I don't want you to misconstrue me saying I don't think that he is one of the best.
Yeah.
I just don't think recently, I don't think he's been funny.
Yeah.
I think he's been more interesting than funny.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
I get what you're saying.
Because I don't hear jokes too much anymore. I hear like I hear stories and commentary. I'm getting.
Yeah, a lot of social commentary stuff.
You understand what I'm saying? So again,
I think it's funny.
You know who I really like, and nobody don't really. I think this guy's the funniest guy on earth. DC Curry.
Yeah. What you
I
mean?
think DC, because I don't really hear his name
OG.
in the greats though. You understand what I'm saying? Like to me, he has what they call like rapid fire comedy.
Yeah.
Like he'll tell you a joke on top. You understand? And that like he might be and what comes to mind, a person that really makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Him.
He's great.
Okay, and I like newcomer. I like Major Hype.
Yeah. Major Hype is great.
I like Major Hype.
Yeah, Major Hype is great.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what comes to mind.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna say there's not more, but those two that comes to mind. And I know that a lot of times when you probably ask somebody, they say the cliche, "Oh, Kevin Hart," and da, da, da.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like the I guess the greats of our time. But I think DC Curry, from like what you said, the OG, someone who didn't get their break, and
But he was into like a lot of movies and stuff.
yeah, but like B-roll type, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing major though.
I mean, I think he got a pretty solid career. He has a pretty solid career. He's awesome.
Not like
He's not Kevin Hart, but there's only one Kevin Hart.
well, I mean, before Kevin Hart, there was who was before
Cat?
Kevin? Cat.
There's only one Cat. Eddie, there's only one Eddie.
See, I'm gonna tell you why I kind of disagree with when you say that.
Yeah.
Because people say there's only one this and this, right? But before Eddie, there was Richard. So you can't say it was one Richard because Richard morphed into Eddie. You understand what I'm saying? I think
Richard morphed into Eddie?
yes.
What do you mean?
Meaning, okay, you say there's only one Richard, but then it's like, okay.
Oh, Richard. I mean, Eddie became Richard. You saying like Eddie was the next?
No,
was the next
Richard. Yeah, Eddie was the next Richard. Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right, but you got to put it into context. It sounds like, oh, there's many of them, but when you put it in context, that for that spot, there was like 20,000 people vetting for that spot, and only one of them morphed into that. It kind of puts it into context of like, oh, what they're doing is still great.
Would you agree that that's in any entertainment? Because like let's say baseball is only like each decade they got their each great or basketball basketball they say what they say Jordan then some people may put Kobe in there or some people skip over Kobe and say LeBron you understand so you can't
but to say DC Curry not LeBron or Jordan
I didn't say that I wish
he's let's be honest
nice.
He's not LeBron or Jordan because that would be probably Chappelle, right, those levels. But he's in the league, playing, winning. Like he's not.
But didn't get his shine though. He didn't get his shine. He was Penny Hardaway. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody you ask like about comedy who's in the thing, no, he's a legend.
I agree with you.
OG.
I agree.
Yeah.
So who are the people that you looked up to? I just want to know where your mindset is.
Growing up,
Well, it had to be Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Because after that, you smashed Shorty after you left.
That was my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
That was she lives like a couple blocks from me. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, you got about to go see her?
Nah, she's married with kids. But
So what that mean? Hello, Creep Squad. What's going on? What's going on?
Nah.
Okay. You don't get down like
I like Jamie Foxx too. Jamie Foxx, I Might Need Security. That's one of like the first specials that I saw, like that I was like, that's really funny. And Martin, obviously. Martin, you so crazy.
Do you think people overlook Martin when it comes to being a comedian? Because I think he was so successful, on doing like the TV and the movie route.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so too.
Because a lot of times I don't think they mention him also with the greats.
Yeah. Nah, I think he gets overlooked. But I have a weird thing with the word greats. Like, I'm like, what is that? Why can't why can't like not everybody, but like the people who great be great? Like, why do we have to do a top 5 or a top 10? What does that mean? It's just an
top 5 means you gotta be acknowledged and for what you did and to being the best of the best.
But top 5 is just what you think were your 5 favorites.
I agree. So that's why everybody has their own top 5.
Right. So it's like a completely arbitrary list that we just decide in our heads.
Well, according to who gives you the 5.
But everybody thinks that their list is the list.
Yes, like me, I think that my list is the list. Like Red Fox would be in my list.
Yeah, and that's fine.
He probably wouldn't be in your list though, right?
Not in my list, but you're right. I mean, I think obviously he's I don't like to make the list because I think there's so many greats, and I don't like to.
You thought I was going to actually your list? That's why you trying to like throw me off?
No. Every time my list just keep changing. Like I just keep. I'll tell you a list, but the next.
So you don't keep it real. So you just hoorah. That's what I'm saying.
That they all legends. They all OGs. Yeah.
But OGs and greats is 2 different things. You can be an OG but not be great. It's a big difference.
I guess. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, because again, DC Curry is an OG.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call him one of the greats. I just said that he's somebody that I like.
Yeah.
And
Why would you call him one of the greats? Why not?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I was told earlier, right? It's a whole bunch of things. It's called impact. It's a oh my God. It's a whole bunch. It's like a whole bunch of
It's a criteria
elements. There's a whole bunch of elements.
I'll
Yeah,
give you that.
a whole bunch of elements that comes into it, right?
Yeah.
And I think that he just hasn't crossed DC Curry. I'm talking about again, and you know, it sounds like I'm bigging him up and tearing him down, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Because this might be the only comedian that I probably would pay to go see.
Yeah.
Instead of using a celebrity tie or my Brooklyn tie and sneaking in. This might be the only person, right? But I just think that he just didn't have a good enough light on him or his break.
But a lot of times, do you think when you say that, like when you're like, yo, this the only comedian I'll pay to go see, is like, it's only because you don't go see comedians, right? Like if you was
No, I
outside
do.
watching
So let me say
comedians-
this, right? So and I'm a friend of mine, they throw on every Tuesday they have comedians and stuff, and I go see the comedians because I do like to laugh. It's in Salsa Con Fuego.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Who's,
so-
that's Rob show?
Rob is my guy. I know Rob for about 30 years.
Yeah, another legend.
Yes, I
OG.
know Rob for many moons. You understand?
Yeah.
I know a lot of his jokes already before the jokes even happen. You understand what I'm saying? So I do go and support. You know, Rob Stapleton we talking about, right? So I do go look at comedians and stuff, and they have comedians there all the time. And I think that he would be the only person I would pay to go see. The rest of them is like, sometimes I feel like some people are hit or miss. You understand?
There's a
and
lot
I think
of great
that
dudes out there right now, man.
but this why I feel what makes you great is you know you have more and almost none misses and more hits. So there's no one perfect. I would not say that. So even let's say Dave Chapelle or anything like that, you know, everything is not for everybody. So there's no one perfect.
Right.
You understand? But you got to at least be 98% hit.
No one's 98% hit.
I think that
98% hit.
I think Richard Pryor was 98%.
There's people probably watching this right now. Like,
I
yo,
think
he
Eddie was
think
98%.
Or he think like
No, that's what I said. To me,
I know.
I want to
know.
say this again.
I know,
to
and
me,
I agree with you. I agree. I
Okay.
think DC Curry is a legend, but I'm just saying.
I didn't say the legend. Say it was good.
think he's
Great.
a legend.
Yeah, yes, he's a legend, but that's not the word I use.
Yeah.
You keep throwing the legend part in there, like you're trying to, you know. I think that DC Curry is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I think that Eddie Murphy was 98%.
Yeah.
I think that Richard Pryor was 98%.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other people that was and I'm using black comedians.
What about Kev?
Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart had a couple duds. Yeah, the one that he was in his basement or something like that.
During the pandemic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, well, that one, you know what I'm saying?
Look, I guess, man,
Maybe I got to rewatch it. Let me rewatch it.
Yeah.
Let me reroute.
yeah, he's a legend and a great, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yes. I also think that with comedy, and you could, you know, this is only my opinion. I think with comedy, everyone has their time. And when I say like, even with hip hop is always, you know, one generation has their quote
Now
unquote
it's
legend.
opened, right? So now, like back then, like it was one guy, right? Like we went.
No,
to,
it's still one guy.
No, not really. There's more.
Yeah, it
there's
is.
more. There's more doors. I mean, there's only one Jordan, but there's always only one Jordan.
Okay.
But there's still more avenues of like people who you could be successful and more avenues.
Yes, you can be, but it's only one great. Each generation.
Who's
Don't
the great
do
of our
that.
generation, Kevin?
Kevin, that.
I think Cat is a great too. He was in our generation.
But no, Cat was a generation before Kevin.
I mean, he came a couple years before, but they in the same
No,
class.
no.
And they're both greats.
No.
Mike Epps, another great.
Nah. Mike Epps can't put him with Cat, and again, I like Mike Epps too. You understand? But Mike Epps did not make that
You know what I think about
the great of his time.
You know why, like how you said you hadn't heard of me, because I feel like I be too nice. I be like mad political. If I would come on the podcast and I would be like, all of them suck, they all
Get
trash.
busy,
This
as
was
you
cool, right?
should,
And
as you
everybody
should,
know my name, but I really just think they great.
or just be funny. What about that? Hello? And I'm not saying you're not funny. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, I'm not a hater. Listen. Again, I think that everybody's path, right? I think everybody's path is their own. So if that's not in you to beef with other comedians, then don't do it. That part I will say.
I was saying that joking. I don't want to beef with nobody. No, for what?
But sometimes it's good. But sometimes it's good for a little competition.
Why? I don't need competition.
I'll tell you why. Because that sharpens your blade.
How?
Because when I'll use me for an example, right? When I first got on radio, I was up against our New York City's best, which was Funkmaster Flex. The program director, which is the boss, said, "I'm going to put you on at this. Same thing you said. 09, 2010. This is my first time around. I didn't know nothing about radio, anything, and they put me on against the #1 DJ in New York City. So that means I had no time to slack. Every day I'm in the house practicing my mixes, making sure I got the clean songs, making sure I got crisp songs, making sure everything, because I know that I had to go up against the great. So that sharpened my skills. So what I'm saying to you is the same thing. It sharpens your skills, meaning if you know that someone is coming for your head, you have to be prepared. There's no relaxing.
All right. My take on this.
Fuck that shit.
I exist. I feel like I exist in both worlds because I'm a black Latino from New York, so I know the black scene. But I also done the mainstream. I done the Tonight Show. I done HBO. I done
Talk your shit.
And the shit that you're talking about.
Comedy Central too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot. I got a movie on Hulu. It's a lot.
Hello. Talk your shit.
So the shit you saying, like, white people they don't do this. That, like you're saying about, like.
But you're not white, though.
Let's pin ourselves up against each other, and that's why
I didn't say pin against each other. I just said
it is. You was going against Funk Flex, right?
Yes, because we was in the same time slot.
Right. You was against each other.
Yes.
That was it was one on one.
We were competing.
It was 1-on-1. It was a competition, and I get it because hip hop. Obviously, you're in hip hop, and hip hop originated as a competitive sport. So I get it. A lot of the derivatives of hip hop all trying to take.
Well, that's what comedy is too. Comedy,
nature.
And my understanding, comedy started with snapping. Snapping is a competition.
That's one form of comedy.
Yeah.
That's like saying battle rap is all hip hop. Battle rap is just battle rap, but you can still make Drake make hip hop too. But it's not He's not.
But he's in competition in sales. So we all in competition.
But that's gonna come. That's gonna.
So you think that Dave Chapelle's not looking like how many streams Kevin Hart got? Oh, I gotta beat him. No. He may not say it. You don't think so?
I don't think he is.
You fooling yourself, bro.
I don't think he is.
Okay.
I don't think he is. I don't. This is why I respect.
Now, I'm not saying that they beefing with each other, but it could be friendly. Like, but everyone wants to be the greatest because that's how you create a currency or money. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, if Kevin Hart is charging 20 mil. And he's not doing the same numbers as Dave Chapelle, Dave can't say, I want 25, because the guy gonna be like, well, you ain't doing what Kev doing, bro.
Be good, right? I want to be good. I
want you to be great.
I want to be great, but I don't want to do it at the mercy of another black person. I don't want.
It had to be somebody black.
I don't want to tear them down. And
never tell them competition. I don't think competition is tearing someone else down. It's
but we were talking about, like you said, like. Why isn't it competition, bro? Like, what is the competition? Like, if I do the Garden tonight, you could do it tomorrow.
Yes, but
it's just one time slot.
But again, you want to sell more tickets than me the next day. Because
both sell it out.
We can both sell it out. But so if we both sell out, you want to sell more merch. Why? Again, because right, in any entertainment field, the goal is to be the best you can be.
Right, but the best I can be it's not determined by ticket sales or merch sales, for me at least.
Okay.
The best I can be is me doing the work
and being funny.
Performing and being funny. That's the only thing. Mm-hmm. So any other, like, every time you do an interview, when I do like a white station or a white interview, like a white person interview, like Jimmy Fallon ain't sitting me on the couch and being like, what do you think of Kat doing this, or what do you think of Kevin doing
Mm-hmm.
this? And you're never gonna hear me say something negative about them. I'm gonna be like, I think they're great. Everybody you named, I said it was great.
So,
because I'm not gonna.
I want to backtrack a little bit. I think that you misconstrued me saying you being negative towards someone as opposed to competition. Right? So when I used my Funk Master Flex thing, I didn't diss him.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. I wanted to be a better DJ in my time slot than him.
dissed you.
Right? He definitely did. You understand? Because but I never dissed him back. You understand what I'm saying? Because one, you know, I have respect for my elders, and he's an OG. But I also knew that I was a better DJ, so I didn't have to resort to this. You know, I didn't have to resort to dissing him. You know, my thing was I'm just gonna be the better DJ. You understand what I'm saying?
With those problems, but yeah,
That's fine. You understand? So I'm gonna be the better DJ. You understand what I'm saying? So again, you know, tearing someone down to me ain't. I'm not saying that just you know, but competition. So again.
But I think, all right, so yes, I agree with that. I think a friendly competition is good in the sense
Yes,
of
competition, friendly.
I don't think
whatever.
Kevin, I don't think Kevin and Rock and Chappelle, and I know, like, I see them. I saw Chappelle last night at the Comedy Cellar. I see them. They're never, the energy is never.
He said, "What's up to you?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I opened for him before.
No, but then he say, "What's up to you?" though, because you can open for somebody, they just be like, "All right, whatever, Duke."
No, he's probably one of the realest dudes, like the most.
But did he say, "What's up to
Yes.
you?" Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He gave you a pound.
He said, "What's up to me?"
Okay.
Yes, came up to me. He said, "What's up to me?"
Okay, I bet.
He said hello to me. I was sitting with somebody else. You said hello to them too.
He did, but so it wasn't especially for you then.
It wasn't like
I'm just fucking with you.
What's
I'm
good?
fucking with you.
He just said, "What
I'm
up?"
fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, I think they all want to be funny. They all want to be good, but I don't think they want to be like, hey, I need to be better than him. I need to. You be the best you can be. That's it. Like, that's literally what you did. You was just being the best DJ you could be.
Yes, but I knew that it was a competition, and again,
Numbers wise, I guess. Yeah.
yes, but again, I'm just saying to you, right? I think that you're maybe trying to be modest, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you're in the Comedy Cellar, and you know you're going on, right, and you see, you know, Funny Bone Mike, right? Funny Bone Mike come on, right? Funny Bone Mike, right? And he's on, he killing it.
Yeah.
You, in your mind, I got to be funnier than Funny Bone Mike coming up next, because if not, right, they're going to be like, yo, Ian was trash.
In my mind,
that's competition.
In my mind, that's not how I see it. Like,
okay.
if I'm being honest. In my mind, that's not.
Well, you better listen to Eminem. I'm Not Afraid next time before you go on what you call it. You know what I'm saying?
Funny Bone,
you better put that on your thing. I'm not afraid. You know what I'm saying?
If Funny Bone,
you better lose yourself in the moment. Okay. I'm just saying you better listen to.
Like it's battle rap.
No, but it is because you on the stage and I'm telling.
I'm not battling.
But let me say this to you, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the crowd and I see Funny Bone Mike and he got me going crazy, right? And then Ian comes on and Funny Bone Mike is at 15 and Ian comes at 10, right? I'm going to see Funny Bone Mike again, but I'm going to say, yo, Ian was, I don't know, God. Because, again, when somebody brings that level of energy, you understand, it kind of like diminishes, you know, the greatness of you.
Right.
So, again, in my idea, you could say, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about. In my opinion, for you to become the great, right, you have to be funnier than the person before and after you. So is the goal to, after these specials, is the goal to get movies? Is the goal to get endorsement? Like, what is the goal?
Bro, honestly, I started this on some. I was going to go to law school. I was going to be a lawyer, and I graduated.
What kind of law? Criminal law? Entertainment?
Yeah, I wanted to do criminal. I wanted to be a criminal attorney.
You want to be, or you did?
I wanted to be, or a civil rights attorney. Like, I wanted to help people that way. And then I started comedy while I was studying for the LSATs, trying to get into thing, and I applied to a couple schools. I got into a couple schools, and then I was just like, I think I want to do comedy. Since then, like, everything that's happened for me has just been like great. Like, all the shit just been great. Like, every time, like, every goal that I had, I remember I wanted to be on the Tonight Show. Done that twice. I wanted to have a special, have 2. I wanted to do a movie, got a movie on Hulu. So I'm just grateful of like all
Hulu,
the things.
Like, don't, you said Hulu, you know.
Well, you're not really allowed to promote right now because there's a strike, but I blur their name, but it's out. It'll be out next week.
So we gonna mute then.
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm just living. I'm like, it's just everything is just dope. Like everything that I like, all the things I've been able to do, meeting dope people. Like I did. I used to listen to you in my dorm room DJing. How many parties I've been to where we swag surf, and now I'm on the couch just talking to you. Like
We can swag surf too if you want.
That's dope. I want to get flex mad, but that's dope. That I'm just doing this. That's dope. When I went to the Breakfast Club, like I sat there and spoke to them. I went to the Hot 97. Like that's just dope to me. Like I'm just enjoying.
So
like,
that's the big goals for comedians.
I mean, yeah, like I've done the things, like I've done a lot of the things. I just want to keep doing them. I just want to keep doing them. I want to keep going.
But the goal for you is not movies or.
Yeah, I want to be in movies.
Okay.
I want to be in movies.
But like the star of the movie, what'll be an ideal movie that you put together? Like
Bro,
you.
if I could be the star of the movie, that would be great. But if I could be DC Curry in the movie, that's dope too.
Got that part. Kid. Don't try to finesse me. You trying to freaking finesse me, make me feel happy, DC Curry. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm asking you is, look, Ian is putting a movie.
You're not gonna trip me up.
I'm not trying to trip you out, right?
Just talk to me.
I got you. Shout to the publicist, right? I got you, right? But let me ask you a question, right? You have a movie opportunity. Hey, here's a shitload of money. I need you to put a movie together, right? Yeah. What is this movie going to be about?
Well, I'm not just gonna give out my movie idea to people so they can make it. But you know, I got a show. I'm doing there's a strike now, like I said. So, but I was in the process. I'm developing a show about me when I used to work at the airport. That's when I started. When I started comedy, I used to work at the airport. So we're doing a show.
What you was doing at the airport? Cleaning the planes?
Which is
like Cole?
Nah.
Oh. What was you doing?
Cole used to clean the airplane.
Hello.
Nah, I used to work in baggage claim.
Oh, you was niggas stealing the bags?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh shit. Okay.
But anyways, I got a show with Chelsea Handler that once things go back, we gonna hopefully develop and get on TV.
Is this a like a sitcom? Okay, a sitcom show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how's that filming sitcoms? I filmed Love and Hip Hop, but sometimes I hated it, sometimes I didn't.
Why you hate it?
Some because you didn't know what was going on. Then you had this long hours for like 10 minutes. You'd be like, yo, I did 8 hours. It was only 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Do you get a drink thrown in your face?
No. So
That's funny thing.
I'm gonna tell you the funny thing, right? Because people always say, yo, they always fighting on that. I mean, like, they don't fight. There's no way, because if me and you sitting here, you know, it's a security guard like sitting right here where you can't see. There's a security guard over there, so there's no way we could touch each other. Yeah. So the reason why the drinks get thrown, that's the only thing that could you know, reach a person. Yeah. You can't hit them or nothing. So the first thing you could be like, wow, like you got to do it quick. So the security can't block it or nothing like that.
No beef on it.
I didn't, because I wound up learning how to navigate when I did the show after my first season. I learned how to navigate. I was just like, okay, this is how it is. My first season, I didn't know what people would, I didn't know what would come back. I didn't know that if you wore something wrong, or you wore the wrong color, or you said the wrong thing, how people would react. So when I say that, maybe the first 2 episodes, I'm walking in Westchester Mall, and an old black lady, like Caribbean, she had to be 70 or something.
Yeah.
She smacked me on the back of my head. Bang! I said, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself cheating on those girls. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, yo, it's TV, sweetheart. But I didn't know that this old lady pay attention to these type of things. So I learned how to be conscious about what I did on television.
Which is not good for reality TV.
Absolutely not.
That's not what they want.
Exactly. That's why you don't see me there.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. It was like, it was not
yes. You know what I'm saying?
About old ladies.
Yeah. So you feel me? So now the movie that you put together, right? So how we gonna do this movie that you put together that I gave you the money for?
If I had the money, I don't know. I gotta think of a movie. I don't have a movie idea.
But you're supposed to be on point, like all the time. Like,
well, I mean,
that's crazy.
Generally, companies don't just offer you millions of dollars to do a movie. You might get casted in one, so the idea is already there. Like I auditioned for a lot. I just auditioned for a movie with Eddie Murphy, which would have been super cool, but there's a strike, so I don't know if I got it. But it's like a.
Want me to call Eddie? Eddie, my guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could, I'd appreciate it.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Waited.
How does that work? Do like the star can say, yeah, I want him in there? I don't know how that work.
Eddie can.
Eddie, like, you right.
Eddie can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, all of them.
Because he's the great. Hello.
Yeah.
And that's why competition. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't Eddie in competition? Who was Eddie in was he in competition with Bill Cosby? No, wasn't that was Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby?
Yeah, and Eddie
competition
too with Cosby too.
a little bit because he was taking the side of Richard Pryor.
But I think, look, the competition part, the people gonna put that on you, right? People gonna put the competition part on, like same thing with you. You just on the radio DJing, but then these numbers come out, and then people's like, oh, versus. But it's like you wasn't like versus. You never agreed to like fight this person, you know, like you never agreed to do this versus. So the competition gonna be put on you. But I just think like whoever I'm in competition with, I'm like, bro, like I don't. Do you? I don't care. Like I don't care, bro. Like I.
But you do go home, or if you don't, I suggest you do. Right. This is my suggestion. If the suggestion box is open, right?
for
Leave
sure.
it open for 10 minutes. You can close it back, right? I'd suggest you go home and say, you know what? Let me write some a little bit more funnier jokes because Funny Bone Mike is coming for my ass.
Yeah.
He coming for the headliner spot. Everybody want to be the headliner. Nobody want to be the open up dude. I don't care how funny you is. You don't want to be the open up dude. You even want to be the host or the headliner. Keep it veal.
I mean, it depends who it is. Like, if you opening for Kevin Hart, you're a millionaire. So you know.
But you would rather be the headliner.
Ideally, yeah. Ideally.
Ideally, okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, your advice. You just gave advice. You just like did a whole thing. The advice was go home, write funnier jokes. It's like.
That was a suggestion.
I thought of that.
That wasn't advice. That was a suggestion. That was a suggestion.
That's crossed my mind before.
Okay. All right.
I love how you drew it up. You was like, hey, look, I'm about to drop. This is free game.
Free game.
You do what you want with
Gee,
this.
thanks.
Go home, write funnier jokes. Yeah, okay. I'll do that right now. Put that in my schedule.
All right, so look, tell people all the stuff that you got going on. Let's promote now.
All right.
Okay.
I got the specials on Max, the HBO special.
HBO Max.
It's called Romantic.
I got a free password for that one, so I'm gonna watch that.
Check it out. He saw it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Oh my God, Ian. Oh, look at that. Oh, I get
It's called Romantic Comedy. It's streaming on Max. My Comedy Central half hour, they put it up on YouTube, so it's on YouTube. You can just watch it on YouTube. All my Tonight Show stuff is up on YouTube. You can just watch it on YouTube. I got a cartoon movie on Hulu. It's called Finnick. I'm the lead character. I'm Finnick. That'll be out next Monday on Hulu. And I got and the Conversations Project is a new show it's coming on Hulu next week. That was dope. It's like a dinner with like a bunch of black guests, like Jim Jones, a bunch of them did it, and that was dope as hell. That'll be on Hulu too.
Now, when you talk about these shows, I do remember listening to Dave Chapelle.
Yeah.
And people laughed, and I don't think he was telling a joke. I think he was talking.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think people, again, I don't think that he's funny. I think he's interesting.
Yeah.
He said
But to say he's not funny is a little wild.
All right, so maybe, all right, maybe my words are being misled. I don't think that he's being funny as of recent times. I think he's being more interesting than being funny. So if I did say he's not funny, I apologize. He's more interesting than being funny. So when I say that, he did say about his Chappelle show. And he had a Chappelle show and he signed the contract and things like that. Did you learn from his happenings with your dealings with your
a little bit, but I still got bad deals. You know, when you on the bus, you want to take the deal that's offered, right?
No.
In hindsight,
I mean, no.
In hindsight, you could look at. In hindsight, you could be like, yeah, I walked away from $50 million, and you know now I'm worth $200 million. But when you need that money, it's tough. He signed the contract, like he did not sign it. Like he agreed to. Not the
but maybe he agreed not knowing.
Yeah.
Because I think that, and maybe I'm wrong. That's why you could, my suggestion box is open when it comes to this now.
Yeah. All right, look what you gonna do.
Okay, cool. I didn't ask the question yet, but you could tell me.
Play better music.
Got you. Uh-huh.
You ever thought of that?
Something, you know what? I agree with you, right? Because a lot of DJs sometimes they play what they want to play, what they personally like, and they don't think about the crowd.
What you personally like, but it's dope.
Sometimes I do. I do get trapped up. Every DJ do get trapped up.
I think that's a good thing though.
That's the 2%. That's the 2% of not being great. Remember, I told you, no one's perfect.
But isn't that good? Isn't it better to play like if you have a dope playlist that you like rather than just playing whatever that they say you got to play?
The type of DJ I am, I would say no.
Yeah.
Some DJs that might work for me, no. I'm an entertainer DJ,
You are.
right? So me entertaining is to make sure that
The party got to be lit. You got to turn up.
or that you enjoy what I'm playing. And a lot of times my choice of music may not be the masses choice. So it's good for
you
me
make
to
adjustments.
all the time.
When was the last
I
time
go
you
home
did a
and
party and it
I go
wasn't-
home and write my jokes over.
When was the last
You know what I'm
time
saying?
you did a party and it wasn't turned up?
I don't know because it's very hard to get that 2%. But listen, circling back to your deals, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm from Brooklyn, so don't try to finesse me, God. Right? We talking about your deals, right?
What part of Brooklyn you from?
I'm from every part of Brooklyn, right? I'm from the part of Brooklyn that's asking you the question about your deals, right?
Yeah.
So now, right? But I'm asking you, right, is doing the deal, like, was it like you knew it was shitty, so you said fuck it? Or do you feel like it's shitty, or does it work for you now?
It works for me now. I feel
Okay.
like, because here's the thing. Here's how I see it. First of all, I don't want to make it sound like I've signed some terrible deals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that. But certain deals that I took where my management, my agents, the whole team was like, hey, this isn't like you should get more for this, or you shouldn't agree to this. And I was like, you know what? Let's agree to this, because I always feel that I'm not going to be used in the deal. Like, I'm going to use it for what I need. And
So what's the way that you use the deal for your betterment?
for example, the HBO deal, right? The HBO deal.
They gave you like $5,000. That wasn't enough, like 1 month rent.
$5,000?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't even get that much. Maybe $2,500. Okay. So after that,
This is a DJ set on a Saturday night? No, son. I'm making real money.
I'd like to hear that, baby. Oh, okay. I'd like to hear that.
They paid fine, but my, at the time they was like, maybe we could get more, but I was like, like, the people who know me, but I'm relatively unknown. Getting a special on HBO gonna give me some publicity that I need right now.
It got you on apartment 5H couch.
Yeah, this and the
You're
Tonight
doing
Show,
it.
yeah. This and the
You're
Tonight
doing
Show
it.
is
No,
the
just
thing.
like,
That's the thing, But it did get me into, like, bro, like that, like
I'm harder than the Tonight Show. I'm just letting you know that.
Pause. But
That is about
that New York.
Hello. Hey yo.
But that got me, like, I feel like that put me on, like, another type of
The HBO special.
Yeah, like it took me on another thing where, like, now, after that, this year I got named.
So you got $7,000 for it, but it got you on the Tonight Show couch.
Yeah, it got. Well, I had done the Tonight Show already. That was my second time doing it.
Oh, so it got you back on the couch.
Got me back on.
Okay.
I was named the Variety's top 10 this year. Top 10 like comics to watch. Like that list.
Who was number one on the list?
It's no order.
Oh, okay.
It's no order, but
It had to be some type of order because they had somebody that was either mentioned first or last. That means they was the top.
It's no order. Every list that came out, they put it in different, like in a different thing, like in a different name. But it's just a list, whatever. I don't put weight, like, it would be like XXL's freshman, like the freshman class list, which is like a lot of the people who do that end up to become, huge stars in a couple of years. So it's an honor to be mentioned in that. But I say all that to say, me accepting that deal, which was not a terrible or bad deal, but I'm just saying me accepting that deal allowed me to continue to progress and move forward in my career. So, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, so again, with sometimes I do agree. What I don't agree is a lot of times people start complaining about the bad deal that they signed
Later on? Yeah.
And it's like, fam, you knew what you signed.
Yeah.
Now, if you in a worse place, just honor whatever deal you got and do something different.
That's fair.
That's how I feel.
That's fair.
Just do your fulfillment and get busy.
Yeah.
You understand? But is there a way for comedians to not need HBO or Comedy Central or those things?
Man, I don't think they need it now. I don't think they.
So why do the deal?
Why did I do the deal?
Or any comedian?
Well, for me myself, like when I started in this business, these are the things that I wanted, right? Like these are the things that I wanted this. So when that was on the table, I was like, hell yeah, I want an HBO special. I remember watching HBO special. Chris Rock, Jamie Foxx, Martin Lawrence was all HBO specials, and I wanted to do that. So I went that route. Other people, they don't go that route, and they're super successful, and they're doing great.
Like who?
They're selling out on the road. Like a more comedian that might have gotten popping, let's say on Instagram or on TikTok, like more on
Like?
that level. I don't know. I can't think of any. But
That's bad.
there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them, and they're funny as shit.
Well, wait,
and they
if you
killing
the
it.
ton, I don't hear one.
He just named one, like Funny Marco.
Who?
Funny Marco.
I don't know who Funny Marco is.
You know who Funny Marco is. He's great. He does the funny interviews. He's popping. There's a bunch of dudes who's popping. A bunch of dudes who got it off.
No disrespect to Funny Marco. I just don't.
You not tapped in.
I'm definitely not. I don't think I'm tapped in. I am not tapped in. That's why I'm asking you these questions.
And there's a bunch of
Let me tell you something. DC Curry is not
outdated.
So now you dissing the legend? Oh my God! How could you be dissing the legend? How you dissing the legend? Oh my God!
I don't know who the new.
But I did say Major Hype. I said Major Hype.
Oh, he's one.
I said Major Hype. Look, I said Major Hype.
Example. Major Hype got.
But he had BET though. He went to BET. He went.
But he got it off the gram.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
He got it off the gram, and he's like, especially like he.
But don't try to play me. So I did say Major Hype.
You did say
Okay,
Major Hype, but you still not tapped in.
Okay, that's true.
You need to be tapped in.
Well, comedy is not my field.
Yeah.
You understand? So again, I'm not tapped into baseball. I'm not tapped in hairstylists. That's just not my field. You understand what I'm saying? So again, certain things.
She got you there.
That's fine. That's why she's sitting over there, not on the couch.
I want that joke in post. Can we put that in post?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Well, get the comeback. That's why she's sitting over there and not on the couch.
How's it going?
Hello. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
As a professional comedian with multiple specials, that was a good joke.
That's fine. All right. That's going to be cropped out. You understand? It's going from here this way. All right. So anyway, right.
Nah, but like I was saying, there's dudes that's getting it off the gram and they're super successful and they killing it, and I ain't mad at them neither. Just mind your own lane, man. This is the best time for comedy ever. There's so many rich because there's so many rich comedians, so many successful ones on so many different avenues. There's no need for like that competition. Like everyone is getting money right now. It's the best it's ever been. Like in comedy, it's the most successful all black, white, everything comedians has ever been. Right now.
I don't want you to leave and think that I'm using competition as a negator thing.
No, you cleared it up. You meant a healthy competition.
Yes.
Yeah, you.
But again, you see the pom-pom cheerleader, right? Oh, Ian, oh.
Don't do that.
Right? So anyway, right?
Hulu on a kid movie. You can't.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, right. Okay, but what I'm saying is, a lot of times that I'm a keen person on sharpening your skills.
You in hip hop. You came up in hip hop. Hip hop culture is inherently competitive.
But I think comedians are too, because again, most comedian, from my understanding, comedy jokes started with snapping. You understand?
I mean,
even white or whatever is always, hey, remember good old Mother Goose? I fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Comedy was the.
You know who that was?
Of the Mother Goose.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Andrew Dice Clay. I'm just putting you on, seeing that boom. You know what I'm saying?
All your references are from
tap in. Yeah, I'm an old school nigga, man. What the fuck? I'm old school, man.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm old school,
it's a
man.
derivative of vaudeville.
Okay.
So, like, roasting is a part of it, but you don't have to be a roast comic. Like, you're not.
No, but I'm just saying that, again, you don't have to be a battle DJ, but that's kind of like the foundation.
But I agree. I like the healthy competitiveness. My competitiveness is just what I do on stage. That's it. Like when you really in the game and you really doing this thing, you understand that like comedy is just like any other art form or sport. It's like just because that very well may happen, but just because
it doesn't happen to me.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't.
Call in if you ever been at a whack self party.
I can't wait. But let me say this. Let me say this, right?
The phones are blowing up.
You've been studying. You want to be a radio host. But let me say this, right? Listen, okay.
I was there Saturday night. This nigga played all songs from the 80s. He was playing boom bap. We wanted to hear trap.
Like, that might be true. But let me say this to you, right? There's never, in recent times, right? There's never been a DJ that I could think of in recent times that came on either before or after me, and they said, yo, that nigga tore a mud hole in your ass.
But what if he play all the shit?
There's no such thing as all the shit. It's 50 years of music, of hip-hop. So it's no such thing as all the shit.
About what's hot now, like if you got all the hits now.
Well, let me say this to you. To me, and me being a DJ, that's the easy way to play music. You play all the hits. that's never been my what you call, because I know that, right? I know that. And I could be wrong with the comedy, right? So somebody come on before you and start saying black and white jokes. That's like kind of like when black people do this, white people da da da.
Yeah.
So if you come on to say the same shit, it's like,
It's done.
oh, I
Yeah.
just heard it.
It's done, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now my goal is always to play that nostalgic music, right? So if you told me you 33, right? I'm just telling you me, right? If I know I'm playing for a bunch of 33-year-olds, I know to start playing songs that's in maybe 2016, 2015, something like that. Why? Because
Wayne, Drake, and Nicki.
Why? Because you're gonna be like, oh shit, I remember summer 2016. Oh my God, yo, that's when I first got my car. One dance and ooh, Young M.A. So I know this thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just teaching you. You see? Look how happy you is. And I didn't even have to play a song and you smiling.
The people want to know.
Winning.
Can you turn up a party without playing Swag Surf?
Absolutely, yes. So let me tell you.
Close with it?
No, I stopped playing it because, all right, so now.
The people got old.
No, so let me tell you about swag surfing, right?
Yeah.
So swag surfing, the very, very close friends of mine made that song, right? And I felt like, I said, damn, I want to get this song and bring it to New York before it came out.
Where it originated? Miami?
No, Florida. I mean, not Florida, I'm sorry. Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta.
So now this song, right? I put the official remix together. So it's actually my song.
You put Fab and
Yes. They say my name all through the whole song if you really pay attention to it.
We're not gonna have that.
Okay, that's fine. So again, right? I'm playing my song. So I feel like that's the dumbest move to never not play your own material. You understand? So you're gonna play your own material.
Yourself, you gotta play Swag Surfing.
Because it's my song.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Why don't you make another song?
I have made songs. I've made artists now. You understand what I'm saying? So, because again, I told you I've been doing this for many moons.
But Swag Surfing is the biggest.
I would say that, yes.
Because if anybody I ask Swag Surfer, they know that's DJ Self.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And again,
you gotta change it.
No, I'm the Gwen and God. That's what I am.
You're not the person you are?
No. So let me explain this to you too. So this might could be something for inside for you. Yeah. So it was the time when maybe 2009 or so when I got on radio. I wanted to trademark my name.
Yeah.
So what happened was I couldn't trademark Prince of New York, and I was upset.
But that was you.
That was my name 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I couldn't trademark it. So then I said, but I did trademark Gwinnett and everything that pertained to Gwinnett. It could be Gwinnett anything. The only thing I couldn't trademark with Gwinnett was Gwinnett Furniture. A person in Russia owned Gwinnett Furniture. Me and him had to get on the phone and make an agreement that I would never say something about Gwinnett Furniture or anything like that, and he wouldn't do anything else outside of furniture that had Gwinnett.
Yeah.
So we made that deal. Salute to him. So now I own Gwinnett and DJ Self. I cannot own the Prince of New York. So I don't use that term, Prince of New York.
But you say it on the song.
Because I was a Prince of New York at the time.
On Swag Surfing, it says
yes.
That, right?
You heard my shit. Okay.
I'm a fan.
My God. You know what I'm saying?
a fan.
I'm going to be a fan of you too, coming at the cellar. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have that.
Unless Funny Bone Mike, come on. Oh my God. Unless Funny Bone Mike, come on. But yeah, so that's why I stopped using that. But let me say this to you: if you're not funnier than Funny Bone Mike, I take you plug what you want to plug, pause.
Yo, check out the special. It's on streaming on Max. It's called Romantic Comedy, and check me out on YouTube. It's Ian Lara. That's it.
We here. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Thank you.